Are we on?
Oh shit, it's the cops.
I'm
Yeah,
always
we're on.
watching the stream on. Oh my god, is that attached to your neck? I just realized I wasn't watching the stream on here. It's just. Do you have oh,
Oh,
your
my mask?
character on the thing, it looked like it was sewn into your neck, and
It might be.
I
It's
didn't like
terrifying.
that.
It's
I
like
don't
the
like
Joker,
it.
sort of.
I
really
basically am the Joker.
I didn't have the
Yeah.
stream playing, so it wasn't until I was watching it on Twitch that we went live that I saw your character. That's why I got shocked by it.
It's fresh. Doing it
but
live.
yeah. Welcome to Friend Theft Auto. Oh, and Ryan's dead.
Thank you, David.
Good way to start the show. Oh, David killed Ryan.
Mhm.
That
Right.
collar
way to
is
start the
definitely
show.
sewn to his neck.
Great way to start
Yeah.
the show. We can only go up from here.
That mask has been surgically sealed onto his head.
Right? It looks that way, but then when it gets closer, it doesn't look like that. See, it looks like it's there's separation.
Maybe it's a haunted mask.
Ooh. There's separation, but he still can't take it off.
Yeah.
Who cursed you, Ryan?
I guess I did.
Did it to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
Real
think
monkey.
monkeys ever curse themselves, as a punishment?
It's a real monkey paw situation.
Yeah, he picked up the mask and he brought the curse to himself.
What is that? People talk about that all the time. and I don't
Smoking.
know.
Monkey paw?
Yeah. I've heard
monkey
that
paw.
before.
I think it was was it a Poe story, right?
It was a Poe.
I know it from The
or-
Simpsons.
But it's basically the idea was that it was a relic that you could get that would make your dreams come true. But then it turned out that it was it turns out that it was sort of like an evil thing, and it would make your dream come true, but in a really fucked up way. So you were
Every wish had an ironic twist to it.
It's like
Yeah.
the movie Bedazzled.
yeah, it is like the movie Bedazzled, but Lisa hasn't seen that.
Or the television show Fairly Odd Parents.
I mean, I think they just straight up granted his
Probably.
wishes in that, didn't
I
they?
wish I had new
Yeah.
parents. Oh no, they're fairly odd.
Oh no.
The only time I think that a monkey paw type situation happened to Timmy was when he wished it was Christmas every day.
I feel like it was more than that. I feel like he would often try to wish his problems away, and then it wouldn't fix it, and then he'd have to fix his problems the good old-fashioned way
Yeah.
Hard
by
work.
self-reflection and
Ugh. Being a normal kid.
Ugh.
yeah,
Hard work.
Ugh.
Or
just
No one
like
wants to
Wizard
see that.
place.
So monkey
Did I lose
paw.
everyone? All right, good to know where the threshold is. It's not at Fairly Odd Parents. It is at Wizards of Waverly Place.
It's not.
It's been.
It's been.
And
yeah, it's been.
Everybody's got to say it.
What if I don't? What's gonna happen?
the monkey paw.
Remands.
Okay,
Yeah,
everything
you
can't
don't say.
be. Every penalty can't be monkey paw.
It could not.
No.
It's the only way to discipline your child.
The monkey paw.
The monkey
Oh,
paw.
honestly, yeah.
Hey, you gotta teach him about not wishing to fix stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, you like wishes? Well, smoke this entire monkey paw.
Got so high off monkey paw last night, forgot to take my test.
Oh, my kid wished that he could climb. Then he was the monkey, cut off his paw. Now I've got another monkey paw. 2 in 1.
Infinite
That's
supply
how
of
you.
wishes.
That's how you keep the supply chain going.
Wish get
Yeah.
wisher.
The wish get wisher. How's that
I ordered.
line for a movie? Like for a
Yeah.
genie something, man. Like rich
Yeah,
genie.
no.
Two.
Rich genie. The wish get wisher.
Wish
I
Just
you
called
or
Rich
get wish or
Genie.
die trying.
Yeah, it's just called
Yeah,
Rich
that's a
Genie.
sequel.
Get wish or die trying.
Get
Mhm.
wished.
Uh,
You wish you wished this. Right? No. Could
Sure.
be.
Season of the Wish.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh.
Hey, oh.
Speaking of supply chain, I ordered something yesterday off of CVS from CVS,
As one does.
and they said it's supposed to come on Wednesday. Do we think I'm gonna get it on Wednesday?
No.
No?
Nope.
Bummer.
Bummer.
I would
I
really
did
like
have-
to have it by Wednesday, but
I did. If it makes you feel better, I did have an Amazon package tell me because it was a supply chain thing, and they were like, "It's going to be there sometime between Sunday and next Friday," and then it was here Monday.
okay.
So I was pretty psyched about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
This
was
package all
expecting it
day
to
today, I
take
got
much
no
longer.
updates about it. So I assume it's
Ooh.
probably not coming for another couple of weeks. But I went to 3 CVS's to try to find it's a nail polish. And I went to 3 CVS's to try to find it.
CVS.
CVS, yes. What does CVS stand for? Is
Consumer Value Stores.
that true?
Yeah. They were started in Lowell,
Huh.
Massachusetts.
Yeah.
That is a terrible name.
That's why they went with CVS.
Yeah. What are they gonna call it by its full name?
What does Rite
Yeah.
Aid stand for?
It started in Lowell, Massachusetts. I just remember that we used to have Longs, and then they all got replaced by CVS's, and my mom's
Oh,
still
yeah.
mad about
What
it.
does Walgreens stand for?
Best Buy.
Worms
Wahlburgers.
always lose. Green, everlasting,
Some
Um,
Gary Busey shit.
higher. Oh, where am I? Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, that's
R.
what they do.
Anyway, it's actually that what I just said because they couldn't figure it out, and then they
It was
just
too much.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe it's someone's name, Walgreen.
I think it is a name.
Yeah.
Johnny Walgreen
Johnny Walgreens.
of
Hey,
the
Johnny
Walgreen,
Walgreen.
of the Long Island Walgreens.
Johnny, you're such a good drug dealer. Why don't you just go legal?
You want some drugs slightly cheaper than consumer value store?
I'm Johnny Walgreens. I'll get you some cheap drugs.
It feels really impractical to be. I guess like a T-shirt's not gonna like stop a bullet, but it just feels like if you're gonna be doing this kind of like action stuff, it would be good to have like a little more coverage on your body.
Man, you showed those West Coast chopper fucks what was up.
I'm thinking like ancient Gallic warriors going into battle naked to intimidate the enemy.
No.
Oh,
Their peak physical condition.
you're
Did you
definitely
see,
look intimidating.
What was that movie? The Viking one that just came out.
500.
Northmen.
The
Northman.
Vikings.
Yeah, Northman. You look like the Northman, sort of, but not at all.
The North Queen.
Like if the Northmen and Queen Elizabeth had a baby.
And it.
That's the movie I want to see.
Wayne
Me too.
Polyps. Wayne Polyps is the complete opposite of peak physical condition. His bones are currently melting.
Weak physical condition.
Yeah.
So did you all just successfully do that mission? Well done.
Well, now
Not
we
yet.
got to get out
Oh,
of
were
here
you doing a
alive.
mission? You usually don't do missions.
Usually don't.
Yeah, John
I like
wanted to do
it.
a mission, so here we are.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
I feel like I'm
That's
watching a
what
movie. Yeah.
The point of this game is, right?
God.
Is like to do the missions. Like the car racing is sort of like an aside of this game.
I know, I
Yeah,
always
I guess
forget,
you're right.
like, there are other things you can do.
Yeah,
Who are all
like
these
we
people attacking?
might as well
you?
just be playing Gran Turismo, you
I don't
know?
know. Random gang.
Did you?
Yeah, see, you keep getting shot just like
Yeah.
not wearing
you're-
clothes, and you're just like fine, and it
Yeah,
just
Wayne.
feels like
Wayne doesn't feel pain. All his
Wayne's
nerve
on so
endings
much methamphetamine right now.
Mhm.
Wait, you're gonna get shot in the diaper. Go.
are not my knife. Oh
Not my
no,
dick.
Shaw, where are you going? Ooh, 50.
Oh, you left me. Oh,
This is leave the area.
Get out of there,
Just leave
David.
the area. I don't
Get
know.
out of
He's
there,
my-
David.
Whoa,
Leave the
he's
area.
my ride.
What?
There's
Do
one
you
guy
have-
left. It's a firefight between me and this guy. It's a duel.
Just
Oh, shit.
Oh
leave.
my god.
He's the greatest marksman I've ever seen.
This
Wait
is
for your
really
team to leave the
embarrassing.
area.
My God, this guy, he blind fires around a trash can. He hits me every time. There he goes.
Yeah, you definitely just like left early.
Or David.
Brian.
I think it was John who left early.
It said on the bottom, leave the area.
All right.
Now it says wait for your team. I feel like you're not. I feel like the number one rule of like heists is to not leave anyone behind. Or is that pirates?
Pirates.
Or
No, I think it's
Or is that
heists.
like Lilo and Stitch? I feel like it's all of them. I feel like that's the thing that connects those.
I don't know if it's pirates.
I'm almost positive it's not pirates. I think pirates didn't really give a fuck if they left someone behind, because
It
that's
depends.
less like people to split the booty with.
I
Yeah.
feel like Pirates of the Caribbean,
True.
there was like a don't leave anyone behind plot line.
Well,
I guess they kind of liked each other. Kinda. Also, our flag means death. They like each other. Not at
Do
first,
they?
but they-
For the most part, yeah.
I googled Pirates of the Caribbean don't leave behind, and what I got, the first YouTube video is Jack Sparrow leaves Angelica on desert island.
yep.
Oh, the Pirates code is any man who falls behind is left behind. So it's the
Yeah,
opposite.
in
there
fact,
you go.
they do that.
That's literally
It's
the
the
opposite.
opposite.
That's the opposite.
That's the
Every
opposite.
man left behind.
All right. Yes, every man left behind.
Every
Got
man.
it. Yep.
Leave them all
All right.
behind.
All right. Cool. Well, that sucks.
If
Oh,
you get
pirates
left
are
behind.
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you think there has to be some level of camaraderie with like your co-pirates, because how else are you gonna build, you know?
Some sort of honor among thieves.
God is
Right?
my co-pirate.
Yar.
Yar.
Oh my god, yar.
Can I get a yar?
Like, can I get a yar yar?
Yar yar Banks.
Oh, we're leaving him behind.
Did you know that he was one of the first ever like animated people?
Oh,
Like
you
mean, like,
computer
full
animators?
CGI?
character.
Yeah. Yeah. Nicole Byer has a podcast where she watches stuff, and she watched all of Star Wars for the first time, and she really loved Jar Jar, so she brought the guy on, and he's really interesting, and the whole
Yeah,
story of like that character is really interesting.
I listened to that episode. I too was fascinated. I was like, wow, he really takes pride in that in a way that makes me almost not hate Jar Jar. But then I tried to watch the movie again recently, and I'm like, oh, geez, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, Jar Jar. Oh.
Well,
I haven't really seen it. I mean, I think I've seen all the Star Wars, like the main ones, whatever that means, but I don't remember any of them.
I
Or
feel
anything
like
about it.
means.
I feel like those movies, right? Like George, like especially the newer ones, like he got to a place where nobody could be like, nope, that's not good, man. Like the
Right.
story's
Yeah.
good, but the script's not, right? If like you told him that, he'd probably fire you. So it's just like
I feel like
Yeah.
we've had this conversation about another director.
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle. But a bunch of people, I think, once you get to a certain place, it's like,
Oh, I'm not sure.
Really?
Yeah, it was a different person too.
yeah, it was Lisa. You're right.
It's
George
someone
Lucas.
else, right? In the
His
chat,
editor.
anybody remember who we were talking
yeah.
about?
His
Super
editor for
fans in
the
the
original
chat.
ones was
Anyone
his wife
remembers
at the time,
the specific
Really?
person that we talked
Yeah.
about?
but she wasn't. They had divorced by the time the prequels came out, and a lot of people attribute the like decent storytelling of the original ones to her influence.
Oh.
Wow.
And,
That
and
That
then,
must
yeah,
really piss
by
George
the time the
off.
prequels came out, yeah, no one was telling him no.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
the last prequel in theaters, and right before that, I saw all the other ones. Um, but I didn't like the idea of watching them out of like chronological order. And so I insisted on watching them like one, two, skip three, four, five, six, and then saw three in theaters, and I was so confused. I also watched them all in like a day.
Oh shit.
And I was
Matt
like
Fear
8.
just jumped
I had
on.
no idea what was happening.
That fear.
Oh
here.
yeah.
Oh, I know him.
I know him too. I saw him somewhat recently.
In the wild? In real life?
Yeah, I saw him with IB at the Rockwell.
Oh.
It was a
How
great
was
show.
that?
It was a great
That's great.
show. It was excellent. I had a great
Good.
time.
They were doing it right. Everybody in was laughing and we're feeling it right. Everybody
Yeah,
was
David was
performing and they're
there.
doing it right. Ah,
Right, David?
Uh-oh.
You
I
were
was
there,
there.
and it was
Yeah.
fun.
it sure was. Everybody was dancing and they're performing it right. Everybody was laughing and they're scening it right.
Yep.
Everybody
it
got
right.
suggestions and was doing it right.
Everybody
Is this
said
the
yes
song
and
from
they were
earlier?
playing it right. Yeah, but these aren't the real lyrics.
Hi, Cappy Fear.
I'm at
There he
Cappy
is.
Fear in the chat says, "What up, nerds?"
what up,
And
nerds?
And I assume he's referring to us
Turn around.
as
Get back here.
nerds. I don't know why. We were only talking about Star Wars.
You know, that's enough. That's enough to be called a nerd.
That was
A cool
John's
thing
car,
that I
too.
read, I'd like to believe is true, but I can't 100% verify it. But
Nerds are
George
cool now?
Lucas, yeah, nerds are cool.
I read that article too.
It was in Nerd
Um,
Weekly.
Mm-hmm.
Nerd Weekly is just a big headline. Nerds are cool now.
Guys, we're cool.
This was not paid for by Nerd Weekly.
This NPC just started driving with me standing in the car.
Damn.
Oh, that is terrifying.
Oh,
They keep trying to
So
go.
much blood. Oh no!
No.
that's what they get.
Wow.
Terrible chauffeur. 0 stars.
Ben,
Arena
what were you
War.
gonna say before I derailed you?
Carnage.
What were we talking about?
What up, nerds? And then you were making
and
a
then there was an
different song lyric.
article. No, there was an article, right, about something. It's
About
gone.
something, yeah. It was an article
It's gone. It'll
about
come back.
George Lucas.
Oh yes, thank you.
Uh-oh.
Where because he owns a bunch of land in Marin County, which is like a really nice area right across from San Francisco in the Bay, and he wanted to build some like lower income housing there, and people in Marin County were like, no, we don't want that in our area, so they got it like rejected. So instead he built like a bunch of his industrial light magic like warehouses there. Basically he made it like that now like they hear like a bunch of like trucks all the time and like moving it's like very noisy and
I
not
feel like
this
I heard about
peaceful
that.
thing. He was like, fine, you don't want houses, I'll fucking put something else here that you're gonna like
Nice.
even less. And I was like, good for
Great.
him.
Slap the NIMBYs.
Yeah.
Matt,
I feel like
accept
whenever
the
I used to
invite.
cross a bridge in or out of San Francisco, George Lucas would come up. Well, because there's those big like oil rigs that look like the monster things.
yeah, that's where he got the
and that's
AT-ATs
what they were
from.
inspired by.
Yeah.
And you see those when you go over the Bay Bridge, and then like the Golden Gate Bridge. There's a bunch of like Marin County shit about George Lucas. So no matter how you do it,
Matt,
you're gonna hear a story about George Lucas if
Probably
you're on
gonna
one of those
update a bunch of
bridges.
stuff.
For people in Boston, if you look at Logan Airport from like the Winthrop Revere area, you can see those same things.
Oh,
Nice.
the cargo.
Yeah, the cargo things that
Motor-
George
yeah.
Lucas got the AT-ATs from. They do look just like them. It's very cool.
How fun.
Yeah, they're surreal looking.
People are ready for some carnage. Brought to you by Redwood Cigarettes. Relax, people. You only live once.
I bought what I will freely admit was a dumb purchase.
Oh, I love
because it was like $29 and it had 4.5 stars of ratings, and I was like, yeah, I want that. It was like totally a whatever. But y'all, so far it's been awesome. This right here looks like headphones. It's actually a chargeable, wireless, wearable fan.
What?
You just hit the
Oh,
button, and I've
I
got
saw
cold
Ooh.
air blowing
someone.
on me right now, and
I
it
saw
is
someone in a
the
store wearing one
shit.
of those.
Yeah, you can wear these anywhere, Lisa.
Yeah,
That
It's amazing. Today,
that
very
sounds
helpful.
useful as hell.
and Ben,
Yeah.
are you selling these?
I
How much
wish I
can you
was
get
getting
one
a
for?
cut. I wish I was getting a cut, but you can go online right now to a certain website that we all know. I think they're like $29. There are
Yeah.
some Japanese company or Chinese company sells them, and it's great. Three settings. This is the low setting, and it's cool enough. I don't even need to turn it up, but I could. But if
I
you turn,
I would like the noise that it makes.
can you hear anything right now?
When you talk, I can hear it a little bit, but I think your microphone, when you stop talking, like cuts because of the noise.
Yeah, but if I'm talking, you can hear like a little buzz.
Like a little
Cause
bit
it,
behind you.
yeah, because that's on the lowest setting, and then if I turn it up, that's medium, and that's definitely louder.
Yeah.
And then the highest setting is like ridiculous, because that's like the highest setting, but that's just like a full. I feel like that's a full fan on my neck. Like it's way too
Yeah,
cold.
I think I just don't like noises like that, and it would really bother me no matter how quiet it was.
Mm.
I don't
I
like
love
white
white
noise. I find
noise.
it
Oh,
very
I love
grating.
white noise.
I find it incredibly frustrating and grating. But I do have a white noise machine because there's a lot of noises that happen outside my apartment at night and they wake me up. And so I've been using a white noise machine and it has been helping me sleep through the night, but the sound of the white noise machine makes me so angry that like when I wake up, like I have like the first thing I do when I wake up is immediately turn it off because as soon as I'm conscious of
Uh,
it, I'm like just furious with like frustration about the noise.
I mean, as we've already covered, Lisa's sound issues are, interesting.
Oh
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I don't like
Uh,
noises.
I like noises. Okay.
I hate the sound of white
Yeah.
noise, but I sleep with a white noise machine because there are other noises.
Yeah, it's the lesser of two noises, you know?
You have to drown out the noise with
It's
more
really
noise.
creepy because the machine has different it's called yoga sleep, whatever that means. Um and it uh it like it has all these different there's like rain falling and like just like a which is what I use. And there's like ocean sounds. But then there's one that plays like that like da 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 and it's kind of slowed down and
Oh, that
so
sounds creepy.
Uh-oh.
it's so creepy and I just like the fact that there might be someone out there who owns one of these and like sleeps through the night with that playing on a
With
loop
that as the noise, yeah,
like
that's weird.
if I woke up in the middle of the night and that was playing, like I would be sure I was about to die, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like,
feel like the horror movie industry has co-opted that song.
yeah, where it's just like,
Yeah.
I had a
can you hear it?
Mommy?
that just
I'm
plays on a
feeling
loop,
myself.
Lisa.
Oh
I
boy.
mean,
I
I
mean,
mean, I think it's for a baby, right?
anything associated with children has been turned into something horrifying.
Okay, even a
Yeah,
baby, I feel like, would not like that. I don't know.
because their death is coming and they know it.
They know it.
They know
Maybe that
it,
would, like, turn them evil. You know what I mean?
right?
That's how babies work, right? If you play certain sounds and they sleep, it turns them evil. I
I
feel like
think
that's
so.
how it works in The Sims. Okay, I have to turn this on and change the setting
I had a
because
sound machine
otherwise
like
I'm
that.
gonna turn it on and it's gonna be that, and then I'm done.
And it had a rainforest setting, which I enjoyed very much, except the loop wasn't long enough on it. And so
Oh,
I
yeah,
began to hear when it would reset. And then the second
yeah,
you do that, it's no longer white noise and it's all you can
yeah,
listen to.
Yep.
yeah.
Mm.
So I had to
Yeah,
I had to
I
stop
haven't.
using it.
Yeah, that's why I use the like because the loop is so small that it's just like, like it's just
Yeah.
like one noise. But there is like a rain setting and like an ocean setting, and I think both of those I would run into that problem. I tried using the rain setting because it's like a pleasant sound, the rainfall, but like
Yeah.
it's distracting.
I like rain and ocean, but it would have to be a long loop or just like a generated thing. Couldn't one generate? I mean, I guess it'd be more expensive, but couldn't it generate itself like in real time almost? Like
Well, okay, I feel like I feel like yeah, like this little thing wouldn't. I feel like probably
no.
there's like a phone app that could do it easily with no issue. Like I feel
Yeah.
like the like hardware of having like a device that does it um would be a little bit more, but also but what they could do is just like generate a really long sound thing,
Right.
and
As
then
if it
you
was
put
like
that on.
6 minutes and then you loop that, it would be long enough.
Yeah.
This one was like 45 seconds. It was like just short enough where I was like, nope,
Yeah.
that's
But you
the
could
thing again.
absolutely generate like rainforest sounds. Like that's probably really easy.
Deep fake some rainforest sounds.
Yeah. Deep fake the rainforest.
Get it
The
trending.
faint monkey sounds.
Monkey paw.
Monkey
Deep
paw.
fake monkey paw.
Monkey pops.
Deep fake monkey paw sounds like a improv name.
Deep fake monkey ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like a
Deep fake
hardcore
monkey
band.
paw.
Or deep fake
Yeah.
monkey paw.
They've got 8 people in the group. They all had classes together. They're fresh out of classes.
Heavy
A
metal
lot of
classes.
sweaty energy.
They're
I
improv
every time I'm
metal
like
band.
every time I say that, I'm like that would be a better name than what my indie group came up with. Like whenever I think of like an indie improv name, I'm
Prime
always like
Minister's
that
a
would have
great
been good.
name.
Prime
like
Minister, I don't know. My group was Prime Minister, and I don't know. It feels generic.
And then the
It feels like we're not doing anything fun,
Iron Ladies though was able to be a great spin-off because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the women of Prime Minister were the Iron Ladies. Are the Iron Ladies.
Are the Iron
We still
Ladies?
exist.
Aren't you all
Named after
going to?
Margaret Thatcher.
Are you going to Chicago this week?
We are. The Iron Ladies are hitting
Yeah.
Chicago this
Oh,
weekend
fun.
for the bachelorette party for one of the Iron Ladies, and we're all going. So that worked out.
That's
How
awesome.
lovely.
By that I mean our friendship,
Mhm.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Yeah, we were thinking of doing the Union festival, but it is the day before the wedding.
Oh shoot.
That
Perfect.
multiple
Yeah, just
people from the group are in or, getting
Is
married
the wedding there in Chicago?
No, it's in Rhode Island. But
Perfect.
like
You could
Newport, Rhode
drive
Island.
down. It's just
Yeah.
do a little set and then go to Rhode
Our
Island.
first set in like 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Just right
Don't-
before the biggest day of one of
of
our
her
lives.
life. Yeah.
Don't rehearse. All the scenes are about weddings. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Have like a not a virtual, like a improv shower.
Yeah. Well, I like the idea of making everybody who's going to come to the wedding come to the Union Festival instead of like the welcome reception.
As the person running the festival, I also like that idea.
Yeah.
Endorsed.
Endorse that.
But yeah, we're going to Chicago. It's really exciting. I have a bunch of Prince themed. It's Prince themed, the bachelorette party. So I have a bunch of Prince themed outfits.
And so
Like,
Hannah was
Prince
telling
the
me.
singer Prince or like
No, Prince the singer, yeah.
Prince the singer, yeah.
okay.
Hannah was telling me about it, and I was just like, this is, and I
It's
would expect
elaborate.
nothing less, but it is a lot. It is
It is a lot. It is
It is like a
elaborate. It's a lot.
3-day bachelorette
It's
party.
4 days,
4 days. I was
yeah.
like, no, what?
4 days.
Whoa.
I think I love that.
Yeah, we're gonna go on a boat. We're gonna do something that's called the Prince Immersive Experience. I don't know
Yes,
what
you-
that is. One of the
In
nights
Chicago?
I just-
Or are you going to Minneapolis?
in Chicago.
Yeah, heck, not too immersive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should go to Minneapolis. Like, it's
Yeah, well,
We're just
I
gonna
have
give
no
you a bunch of
control over
Percocet and
what's
put a
gonna
guitar in your
happen.
hand. Too soon.
I we're gonna go on a boat. We're gonna do the Prince Immersive Experience. One of the nights, I just found out we're gonna have dinner at 8 and then do a bar crawl.
Oh, hell
What?
yeah.
So the bar crawl doesn't start till like 10:30.
Yeah, and it goes until tentatively 4 a.m. and then the next day we go on a boat.
Aw, y'all can't be hungover on a boat.
Are you doing the
Technically, they'll still be drunk,
architecture
Emma.
tour?
What? True. Touche. But if you have
that, Ryan?
seasickness.
Are you doing the architecture tour?
I'm gonna guess that
No,
they're
I don't
Chicago
think
River.
so.
I'm gonna guess that they're not.
I think
I've
we're
done
not
that.
doing that.
It's a good tour.
I liked it.
I think we're mostly doing the Prince Immersive Experience, and then it all culminates in a bridal shower that is Bridgerton
You-
themed.
Bitches ready to see some architecture.
Is my
There was a
microphone loud
poll.
enough? Oh, you hungover bitch.
Yeah, a private architecture tour that's just the bachelorette party, and like the architecture tour lady has to deal with like a bachelorette party.
It's neoclassical.
I feel like that'd be a good sketch, like a
That would be a funny
wild
sketch.
bachelorette party that's like
They took the
An
wrong
architecture
kind
tour.
of boat cruise. Yeah, they thought it was
Yeah.
gonna be like a booze
Thought it was a
cruise,
booze
but
cruise?
it's like
Yeah.
an architecture cruise.
I like to imagine you're on one of those like pedaling bars, but it's
my
somehow
God.
an art tour.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, I have to come up with a cocktail that's a Prince lyric, and then but it has to capture the essence of the Prince lyric so that when the bride tries it, she can guess the lyric.
You want help with that right now? That sounds so
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
fun. We
I
could do something with Chambord, and it could be the Raspberry
Perfect.
Beret.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
already
Or the
committed,
Purple Rain.
but okay,
Yeah.
so I need you to know that a lot of people claimed songs before I started thinking about it.
Okay.
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 So
Little red Corvette out there.
that is
1999.
the one I ended up choosing.
Oh,
Little Red
there you go.
Corvette.
Campari.
Oh,
Nope.
yep.
I wanted to not pick anything different.
Don't stop believing.
What do you?
Different.
Yep, Don't Stop Believing is the song that I picked.
A great Prince
I
song.
hope she guesses it.
So, Little Red Corvette. So
Yeah.
you're
Serve it in a
you're
coupe
much too
glass.
fast. It's gotta. So it's not even necessarily about the ingredients looking like it. It's about it invoking the feeling of it, right?
Yeah.
You could put
Okay,
a
so it
used
should have
Trojan.
Red Bull in it.
Just shot of tequila with a used condom. Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Cool.
That is it. How did you guess?
So
That's
Little
what
Red
we do.
Corvette.
Trojan, some of them use.
Wait, have you already made it? What's your drink?
I've picked it. Yeah. Kristen, if you're watching, you have to stop now because the secret.
Yeah. Turn it up, Kristen. Go away.
Is
That
Kristen
is-
one of
that
your
is-
biggest fans? Kristen, stop it.
No, Allie watches a lot. She might be watching.
Get out of here, Allie.
Yeah, so I chose the but Allie gets to know because I already emailed her about it.
Alley Cat Blues.
She's also coming. She's one of the Iron Ladies. I'm giving
Yeah.
context for anybody who might.
Everybody thought you meant Ali Sheedy
Oh,
before you gave that
Yeah,
context.
Rachel, it's not Prince your dog. That's not what the theme is, but that would be a good theme.
Oh, I wish it was Prince the dog.
Prince Rachel's dog, and we hadn't told Rachel about it. It's this weekend. We had an
Yeah.
entire bachelorette party themed after her dog, and like just didn't mention it.
I mean,
That's actually-
it's not. Oh.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
thought I could make that.
I'm okay.
That-
I'm okay.
that mask is pretty protective. It seems
It's a
like 'Cause
licking.
you just fell multiple stories headfirst onto concrete. Didn't even try to stop yourself fall.
Yeah,
And you're
all
fine.
falling is head first.
You guys are looking for action figures?
Yeah, I found one, I think.
We have one left.
Is this like the Chipmunk Adventure where you have to find those dolls and
Yes.
replace another one with that has diamonds in it? Does
Just
anyone
like
know this?
that.
I don't know.
Is that your
Anyway,
Rescue
I'm doing
Rangers?
a cranberry martini, and I'm serving it in a shot glass.
Okay.
Oh,
It's gonna be
Cranberry
little-
Martini,
Fast.
Oh, I
So
found it.
it's a woo woo.
It'll be little, it'll be red.
I found it.
You
I
Touche.
gotta
don't know
serve
what
it in a
costs.
coupe glass.
Yeah, we're gonna be in like Hannah's uncle's house, so I don't know what the glassware options are. If there is a coupe, I would definitely use that. Uh,
Hey, get out of there.
Why?
He's gotta have a car-shaped shot glass for sure.
if
I
he has
feel
a
it.
car-shaped shot glass, I will definitely use that. Um,
I would love that.
but yeah, I was thinking diamonds and pearls could also be a good option, but I don't know what it would be.
Starfish and coffee
Oh yeah.
would be a
Yikes.
good one.
When
Kicks
doves
would be a
fly.
good one. When doves fly would be a good one. Purple rain, of course.
When
Computer
doves
blue.
cry, right?
What?
When doves cry?
Yeah.
I thought you
They
said
fly, but they
why.
also cry.
When doves, why?
Why?
When doves, hi.
Yeah,
When doves
someone
are
else
high.
picked when doves cry.
This is what it sounds like. When doves are high.
Yep.
They're doing it right. Everybody is doves and they're so
I've
fucking high.
got fucking wings.
Maybe I'm just like my mother.
Yeah, I guess.
Twofold.
Oh, American Airlines just messaged me about my flight.
I used to think it
Oh,
was
is it-
that line in that song when he says, maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. I always used to think it was twofold, like
Mhm.
twice as bad as my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh,
you
shit.
know,
My
if,
two
like,
dads.
yeah,
I'm
sort
double
of like
daddy.
maybe I'm just like my father twofold because I'm my son's father. Like it's like the sins of the father repeated twofold. I really put a lot of thought into what was eventually not the right lyric.
Mm.
At the
I
time,
did.
though, I was
I
like,
feel like you put more thought into what's not the right lyric because you have to figure out why it makes sense. Because
That's
it usually
true.
doesn't make a lot of sense. So you have to do a
Yeah.
lot of justification. If you have the lyric wrong, you're thinking about it even more than if it was right.
My favorite was Brown Eyed Girl. I used to sing Hey Rodrigo.
Yes.
Like,
Hey,
Hey,
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo, days when the
Oh,
rains
instead
came.
of Hey, where
And
did
hey,
we
where
go?
did we go? Yeah. I thought he had a
Oh.
friend named Rodrigo
Oh,
and they
shit.
hung out together
Go.
for a really long time. I was like, Rodrigo is such a
Wow.
cool name. And it's like,
So you know about that song. So my uncle used to sing that song to me when I was a kid. Uh, like because he plays guitar and sings, and it would be like, "Oh, she's the brown-eyed girl of the family."
Ah.
And he would sort of mumble his way through some of the lyrics that I realize now he would
yes,
sort of
making
say
love in the tall grass. That
green
part.
grass, and yeah, he would just sort
Yeah.
of be like green grass.
So they actually changed on the radio to like making out or like
Yeah,
playing around.
something.
Like there's some like radio.
Yeah,
It was one of the first radio edits I think was like
They edit it now?
yeah.
Like,
But I
what?
guess the song played in like a grocery store, and I told my mom, I was like, "Oh, this is a song that my uncle, like Mark, wrote." And she was like, "What?"
Wrote.
And I was like, "Yeah, it's his song. Like this guy's playing Mark's song." And she was like, "Nope,
nope. It's called a cover.
this is
Never
the
saw Mark
original."
again.
He
Rachel, I
played-
like your very correct lyrics. Just
One of my
like
favorite
father, too.
Jokes of all time is from
yeah.
Arrested Development when they all realize sort of at the same time what Afternoon Delight is about because it's a
man.
song that
Mhm.
he danced with his mother with like
Yeah.
and like for them to all realize that it's a song about fucking somebody in the afternoon is hilarious.
Mother boy.
Oh, the mother boy. God, this first couple seasons of Arrested Development truly could be the best like comedy. It's so funny.
It's very, very good.
Oh my god.
Much of it lives in my head rent free.
Yeah, just like throughout the day, just repeating lines
Oh yeah.
all the time. I can't tell you how often Michelle and I are like, what a fun, sexy time for you.
Mhm.
Just like when George Michael found out that Maisie was sleeping with the other kid, or not even sleeping with him. They were cousins.
Yeah.
They were cousins.
Oh, what a fun, sexy time for you.
Ah, it's just so good. What were you gonna say,
Yeah.
Lisa? Sorry.
Oh, so like when I was like in high school was when they came out with like that extra season of Arrested Development,
Mm-hmm.
and a bunch of like my friends were like really into Arrested Development, and I had never seen it. And but like I wanted to be included, and so they had a party where everybody like made foods from the show. So like frozen bananas, corn balls, like
Hmm.
you know, um, man egg.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, it was not a great potluck food wise, but it was fun.
Yeah.
But like I had like never seen it, and I had tried to catch up, but I wasn't able to like really catch up. So I went to this party, to like the watch party, which it came out at midnight, so we only watched like one episode. But I went to this watch party like, and just the whole time like pretended I knew what all these quotes were while everybody was saying them. And like Arrested Development quotes like sound really weird out of context. So like I just
Hmm.
was just like, yeah, that was funny when that happened.
Did anyone catch wise, Lisa, or did you successfully fool everyone?
I don't think any of them cared much
Yeah.
about me, and so I think they mostly just ignored me.
You.
This
Um,
is like, yeah, I blew myself.
yeah,
Haven't
yeah,
we all, guys?
yeah, and yeah, it was just
Guys?
truly like a whole like month where everybody was just quoting Arrested Development that I was hanging out with, and I was just like pretending I knew what they were talking about.
Oh, found it.
People didn't like that last, or well, I guess it wasn't the last. It was the second to last season, but it was like that first one
Yeah,
that they did on Netflix, and like, it's definitely not as good. But what what he's doing with that season, like, you can watch that season like in any order you want, and
Yeah.
like
yeah,
he made a sitcom for a streaming service, which is bonkers. Like, here's like, you can watch this in any order, and the jokes are gonna be different. They're gonna be
mhm,
different, right? Like,
yeah,
things are gonna hit differently, and I think
yeah.
that's crazy.
I thought it was cool. I liked
Yeah,
it.
I
Yeah,
thought
me
it
And
was
too.
yeah,
really
oh, and
cool.
then that was the other thing is then I like watched that season and I did end up catching up and I watched that season and everything and then everybody was like, "Oh, the season sucks," and I was like, "I didn't feel that way," but I didn't. I was really in the minority about all the Arrested Development like things for my whole high school, and it was like really important to like a group of friends that I hung out with that I really wanted to be accepted by, and so
Hmm.
We were debating the other day whether the whole Charlize Theron storyline could even still be done today, or whether that's just
no,
like too
it's just
offensive, right?
it's
Like,
really
Probably
offensive. It's
not.
like a really offensive
it's so
problem.
funny, but it's
I don't
so
know. I don't
funny.
really find it funny, honestly. Like
Oh, I find it so funny, but I'm a terrible person. But like, the whole setup of it is so funny.
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't,
it's the setup.
Yeah,
I don't
it's that so
know.
much work went into that. Oh,
Yeah, well, it's just hard for me
The
to watch
F.
because I find that whole thing hard to watch, and like the fact that it's like all that entire season revolves around is that plot line. It just like makes that whole season hard to watch for me.
yeah. I guess if they hadn't
I
set up
feel
that
like
they
I'm
were
in
all
high school
terrible
again.
people to begin with.
I feel like I'm in high school again, taking a minority position on on Arrested
Mr. F.
Development.
Yeah, Mr. F. Uh,
Right back.
No, yeah, I mean it definitely doesn't hold up very well, but it's still I don't know.
Oh, Ryan's gone.
Oh, he doesn't
uh,
even want to deal. He cannot and he will not comment on that plot line.
Yeah, Rachel says it was in bad taste at the time, and I agree. And I also felt uncomfortable in high school when my friends were all laughing about it, and I was like, I don't think this is good.
I don't know. I guess it makes me bad. That's fine. I think it's hilarious. I think the
Yeah,
whole show. I think the whole show is like, everybody on this family is a terrible fucking person. So
Yeah, yeah.
like, it wasn't. They weren't setting them all up to. They were setting exactly zero of them up to be heroes. So like, you were supposed to laugh at all of them, and how terrible they were all being. Uh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
no
know. At least that's
was
the way I felt
against.
about that show. Like, I was always laughing at that family. I was never laughing with that family,
Oh yeah.
which is what
I
I
was
loved about
laughing
that
with
show so
them.
much.
I
Were you?
hate everybody else. All of the tertiary characters in the show sucked.
Really?
And the
Oh my
main
god,
people.
that's
No,
so
I'm
funny.
kidding. I'm
I was like,
totally
I feel the other way,
kidding.
100%. Am I fucking?
I appreciate that you were trying to not just like shit on me there, but no, I'm kidding.
I was like, okay, yeah. George Senior, yeah, good guy.
Good guy. No.
Turns out Jeffrey Tambor just as good. Yeah, who knew?
It's actually
Uh,
really funny watching like Gilmore Girls because I feel like the it's like the Emily Gilmore, Lucille Bluth, like being the same character done in a very different way is like really
Yeah.
interesting. Like
That's
they
really
are
funny.
such the same character done in a different way. It's just like it's wild.
Yeah.
I never thought about that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emily is a bit more humanized.
The thing is that there's moments where they say like almost word for word the same thing.
Yeah.
But like the context around their character is like different enough, but they're like in some ways the same character.
Well, now I want to like, I want to. You should make like a "Ain't That Cool" video or something.
I'm sorry,
Just-
what?
Ain't that cool with Lisa?
Isn't that a website? Like "Ain't That Cool" news? It's like some.
Ain't it cool news? Yeah.
Ain't it
that
cool
sounds
news?
familiar.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know
like
what
a culture news thing that does
Okay,
videos about
yeah.
like.
Well, so there's
stuff.
actually a podcast called the Gilmore Guys podcast that I've probably talked about on this show before because
Oh, yeah.
Brandy was a guest on it. Our Brandy was a guest.
Oh, not Brandy, one name Brandy.
No, Brandy Brown from
Brandy Brown,
Run
yeah.
On.
Randy Brown.
She was a guest on this podcast, which was like a really big deal podcast about the Gilmore Girls. And it's these two guys watching Gilmore Girls. One of them is a fan, and one of them has never seen it before. And like they're two guys who like do like UCB stuff, and like were like clearly two guys who were like sort of like somewhat established in UCB. Like maybe they've been doing it for like a year or two. And started a podcast that you can tell from the first couple episodes was just them being like, this is so stupid, like maybe we'll make a few episodes. And then it like really caught on and got like hugely popular, and they like toured. They met every single one of the like people from the show, including like Lauren Graham, and like they had them on as guests on the podcast. And like I don't think they had Alexis Bledel, but they had like a lot, like almost everybody from the original cast. They were like in the reboot, like this like pair of podcasters were like in the reboot. Like they like went to a thing, they
wow.
met the creators, like they were like they got like really like established in this from that. And they bring that up in the podcast. Like it's something I had thought about before, but they bring it up. The guy who like hadn't seen it before was like, this character is like exactly Lucille Bluth, and I was like, yes.
That's amazing.
I spend a lot of time on that podcast being like, yes, that's right. That's how I feel. I haven't finished that podcast. I was like listening to it for a long time, like pretty consistently, and then I stopped. But it's interesting. If you're a person who is like, I don't know, what are your feelings on Gilmore Girls, Ben?
I've only seen some of the older Gilmore Girls, and I liked it. I think it's written well. I think Lauren Graham is a great actress. I never found that I could relate to a ton of it personally, but I don't think it was made for me. And that's okay. And that's okay, right?
Yeah.
I think it was. I always thought it was weird when Sebastian Bach was in it because he's the lead.
What?
The
Skid
guy.
Row?
Yeah, the lead singer of Skid Row was in Gilmore Girls for a long time as like this really dorky kind of guitar player in their band.
Yeah, he was like this like dad who like owned a sandwich shop, but was like, I just want to rock and roll, guys.
Just
And,
want
like,
rock and roll.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, how did Sebastian Bach end up here? Like, I would love to find out how.
He requested to be in the show. He liked it.
Really?
And was like, I would like to be on the show. And what's her name? The creator.
Yeah, I know.
Sherman Palladino.
Yeah, Amy Sherman Palladino was like, yeah, we could write you into this show. Like, definitely. We were definitely going to write you a part. You want to be a regular on our show? Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, that's amazing.
How she
Um,
rolls.
That's amazing.
And he has like a
Uh,
substantial role. Like, he's like in like a lot of episodes, and like
He's a
is a pretty
surprisingly
regular.
decent actor. Like, he's
Yeah.
pretty good.
I mean, he does sort of play himself. Like,
Yep.
I feel like it helps. Like, he plays like it's not him, but it's like, you know, he's like a guy who was in a band that went on tour and stuff, and like there was that aspect of it. But the idea was that they didn't make it, and then he stopped playing, and then decided to come back and joined a band where like the band members were all like 19-year-olds, and like they were all like, oh, this guy's really old, but like he really rocks, man.
Man.
So good.
Yeah.
How did you feel about? I know people who were very passionate about the show, who did not like the reboot based on who people ended up with. I think, or who.
Yeah.
Like they.
God.
I think so one of my favorite parts about the show is that every one of the male characters is an absolutely unbelievably irrational and chaotic mess. Like,
Yeah.
all of the male characters just
All of
like
them.
act unbelievably irrationally. Like, episode to episode change completely in every single way. Like, and people like have favorites and have opinions on who should be with who, but like every single one of the male characters is so erratic that like you can't like or dislike any of them. Like, they go from like basically being like evil, it's just like dicks, to being like very nice and helpful and good, and like in a way that's just completely arbitrary, like not based on any kind of like situational thing. Like, they'll be put in almost the exact same situation and just react absolutely differently, just with no reason.
Was this a conscious choice that the creator
It is hard to
made?
tell what
I want to say
Amy
probably, but
Sherman
also
Palladino
like
did consciously or not. That's one of the joys about this show as well, is that like the thing is, and the podcast, you get more of this because you hear about the writer, like they talk to writers, and you like get into like and they get into like what the writers room was like, and it was like Amy Sherman Palladino wrote like basically every word of every episode, and like other people would like write it, and then she would take it and just like completely rewrite it to the point where like she was writing the whole show.
yeah,
And like
this doesn't have enough banter.
yeah, and they would like storyboard it, and like write the whole episode. Like, she would just like, that was her storyboard, was like word for word the entire episode. Like, and she just would like sort of like put them out, and it's like, and so it's like it's interesting because she had like complete total control over the whole show, and like did all of the writing and the producing and like pretty much everything. And it's really hard to tell. She's a person who like barely ever does an interview, like gives very little insight into like how she thinks about things and stuff. And so it's very hard to tell what is like intentional and what isn't. There was a lot of turnover in the writers' room, and then in the 7th season, I don't know if this is something that anyone else, like if this is something that's like widely known or not, but like in the 7th season they like fired her, and like she got replaced with like this other guy. So the whole 7th season is taking a show that is like entirely written by one person and removing that person, and then like trying to continue the show. And then
It's not just one person, but like with a very specific point of view. Right? Like, this is the person who created the show.
It's her and her husband who created the show, and like Amy and Dan, and like he left too. So like he also had like a big hand in it, but like, and so the two of them both like were like fired from the show basically because they wanted more money. And
is it
like
semi-autobiographical?
the show? No.
Yeah, like, no, has nothing to do with like her life.
Yeah, no. She said that like there's like the like relationship between the main character and the mom was similar to hers and her mom, but like it's not like super autobiographical as far as I know.
Cool.
There are some parts of it, like the best friend is modeled after one of the producers on the show that was like a friend of hers. But anyway, so like they replaced her, and then like she wrote the reboot but refused to watch the 7th season. So like because she didn't write it. So she had other people like tell her what happened, but she never actually like watched the season.
Jeez.
So when you go to the reboot, like there's already like the male characters are already completely erratic. And then like this is like supposedly like 10 years later, and like all of what happened in the previous season, like the writer of this season like didn't watch. So like how are you supposed to have an opinion about who's with who, really? Like,
Fair. That's like the new Doctor Strange movie. I saw it and really didn't like it because I was like, this, it makes no sense based on stuff we're supposed to know already. And then it turns out that the Sam Raimi, the guy who directed it, didn't watch WandaVision at all.
Yeah.
And I was like, how do you make what is ostensibly a sequel to WandaVision
yeah.
and watch WandaVision at all?
Yeah,
That's
I think
crazy.
that's like even more blatant and brazen though. Like I feel like she was taking a position by not watching it. It's wild to just be like, I'm getting hired to do this big budget thing. And like,
tell me the important things that I need to know about it. I don't need to watch it. I'm like,
Like, it's
dude,
one
it's
thing
like
when it's
3
your
Spider-Man.
show.
yeah. Yeah, but that's wild to just be like, nah, I don't think I need to.
I don't need that.
I didn't know
Context.
Sam Raimi didn't watch WandaVision, but that fucking tracks now because
Right?
God, they did her so dirty.
They did her so it was like any growth that she made in her TV show was like didn't exist, hadn't
Right?
existed.
Like it was
Yeah.
upsetting. I was like, oh no.
I'm also so fucking tired of the like mother going crazy because her children are in peril or her children have, you know, it's just like such a fucking trope. Like, not even are in peril, but like she's lost her children or realize like she can't have children and that's what drives her crazy. It's such a weird fucking like, I don't know. The whole thing felt very like, I don't know if a dude should be making this movie. It was just weird.
Yeah.
I didn't like it at all.
It was fun, I guess, but like I don't know, it was definitely Sam Raimi.
I guess. They also said like universe is a multiverse of madness, and then we like went to like one other multiverse for like 5 minutes.
We really didn't explore that many.
And I was like, really? Like we saw more in Loki, you know?
So wait, WandaVision was a TV show, right?
Yeah.
And that's over.
That's over. It was just like 8 episodes
And then there was
standalone.
also a movie after.
There was this movie is Doctor Strange is the sort of sequel to WandaVision. Semi.
Wow. See, I thought WandaVision was still happening. I'm behind.
WandaVision
And
was
for
really
the-
good.
Probably
very-
for the entire time that WandaVision was on TV, I thought it was a Wanda Sykes TV show. I thought it was like a Wanda
I kind of
Sykes'
wish it was.
like new talk show. Like, and I just, whenever everybody was talking about it, they were like, I'm watching WandaVision, and I'm like, oh yeah, I
WandaVision
should watch
sounds
that. I
amazing.
probably like that. Yeah, people are like, WandaVision's great. I'm like, I bet it would be. Like, that sounds right. Like, I never got deep enough into the conversation to hear anything other than just like general praise, and I was like, that sounds right. I bet Wanda Sykes' new talk show was great. Like, and
Are we finally
want
doing some
that now.
parkour here?
Think
Yep.
so?
That's why it's
Yeah,
my
Dan.
join.
I
We
gotta
haven't
get my
paid
phone
attention to
charged.
this damn game at all.
I've been talking
You
about
missed
Gilmore
Wayne's
Girls.
real
but-
face.
Talking about what Lisa's very passionate about.
I know, I love it.
I
You
do
know,
love
I
it.
watched Gilmore Girls for the first time in
It's a lot of track
2017.
up there, David.
Yeah, there is.
Oh my god.
Like, I'm not like a lifelong Gilmore Girls fan. I watched it for the first time in 2017 because I was dating a guy from Connecticut.
Well, there you go.
We're trying to get some insight.
In the fall. It was the fall, and I was dating a guy from Connecticut. So I went to Connecticut a couple times, and then I was like, I should probably watch this show.
Yeah, you
Do
get to get
fans
a
of the
real
show
feel.
call themselves Gilmore Ghouls?
You.
So the Gilmore Guys podcast, like, named Gilmore fans Gillies.
Gillies.
It is.
Wedding Gillies.
So that's the only thing I've heard. I'm like,
Sucker fool.
Oh no.
nice.
We may have done this one already.
I don't remember doing fire truck parkour.
Yeah, I don't remember you guys being fire trucks either. But maybe
This is
we'll.
dope. I enjoy
But maybe
this.
like last time.
Which way?
we'll hit
To
one
the right.
Uh,
To your right, I think. I think it's to your right.
Oh yeah, that's on a lower level.
Yeah.
All right, John,
This is-
truce, just go.
It's weird.
Floor it.
John, just go ahead.
Oh, Matt Fear in the comments. F
Yes.
parkour, all caps.
Yeah.
Sounds like he might not be participating.
He said his piece.
You understand. His position is clear.
Yeah,
He's
Dan.
biased. He's biased. Oh no.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Parkour is
Oh,
why
that was almost
parkour is why
disaster.
Matt's not on the show anymore.
It had nothing to do with the baby.
In fact, I had a
Or,
baby because of parkour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an excuse to get out
Yeah.
of this show.
He's like, David made me do another parkour map. I'm so horny. Bad
Yep.
sex.
Get me out of this.
Matt put true facts in the comments, I think probably before that comment about the horny thing. But maybe not.
Well, no, I
No.
think he knew exactly what he meant.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
I
knew.
choose to believe. I think
We
you
all
take
get
a
to
left
live in our
here.
own
Yeah.
realities.
It's a little tricky poo.
So that is real tricky.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, you gotta do the loop loop.
Oh.
Matt stands by his statement, so
Nice.
you gotta be careful. This
Stay
might be-
on.
Oh jeez. Oh.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh heavens. Oh. Oh, I can't watch.
Oh no.
Get back here.
Ah, you
I'm
took
not
the
done
lead.
ridiculing you. Get around him. There you go.
Damn
Nice.
it.
Right. Wow.
Nice pass.
We got jammed there.
That was smooth.
Jam me up. Jam off.
Cause you're so smooth.
And
Just talk
this
to you.
life
Yeah.
ain't good and narrow. Oh, dang. Dang.
Slam on the brake.
Yeah. Whoa.
Give me a
Nice.
little and live iron left.
There goes John.
That's so
Yeah,
Oh,
funny.
boy.
there it goes. Oh, see ya.
Oh.
Is it just
Oh,
the two
you
of us?
just
It's just me and David now.
When-
Oh,
They're
boy.
like, you thought that was hard. Let's give you this thing.
A lot of big truck parkour.
Yeah, I feel like I would have remembered this part.
Monko parkour.
I still think we did do this.
Oh, this part feels a little familiar, but I don't know.
I don't know.
remember it. Maybe it was that week that I forgot what day it was.
I don't
and
fully
didn't
remember it,
come.
but you've done a lot of like guy racing.
Yeah,
That's what I call
that's
this.
true. That's a good thing to call it.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
I think it checks out.
Sky
Where'd you-
racers.
I was in a
Racers
split
in the
stream.
sky. What?
In a truck like this,
I'm behind you.
I think you
Don't
can't go fast
scramble.
enough to jet for wind resistance to be a thing.
This thing's fucking huge. If anything, it has more wind resistance.
Well, I'm saying where you'd go fast enough that it would affect your speed.
Uh,
Oh,
I think
oh,
that
oh,
David,
no.
whoa,
I think David
whoa.
knows more
Oh
about
wait,
physics.
David. Yeah,
So-
now it's.
I
now it's
remember
ringing a bell.
this. This is when you guys talked about 3 moons over Miami or whatever the fuck.
3 Moons Over Milford. That's probably
Yeah.
why I don't remember it, because I feel a lot of passion about that show too. And I probably wasn't paying attention because I was talking about how much I love 3 Moons Over Milford and how fucking weird that show was.
Yeah.
Moons over my
I need to go watch that. I want to, because it's like
No.
it's one of those things where it's such a fuzzy memory of it to me. Have you ever seen that show?
I have no idea what
I've
you're
got a-
talking about.
you've
I've
seen
got a
something
pretty
something
foggy
that
memory
no one
of
else
Muppet
has
Show.
seen.
No, okay. So it's they live in like Milford or whatever, and they know the world's gonna end. They just don't know when. And
Okay.
Who's they?
It's
the
a small
residents of the
town.
town.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
everybody in town. Gotcha.
And then all
and I
the
think it's related. Like, I mean, I think we got there from Gilmore Girls.
and then all of the episode titles were related to the
Oh.
moon, except for one, where it just randomly
Oh,
like hard
shit.
pivoted to a different kind of title, and it was very frustrating.
Yeah, there was like one season. It was a
Oh
terrible
yes,
show.
I
Yeah,
remember that.
When
All
did this?
the
yeah. I
shows
don't
were
think
moon
MLab was
based,
here.
and then one was not moon based, and it made me angry.
Yeah,
I would be
they were
angry.
like weird moon puns, but they like didn't go for the obvious ones ever. They kind of like
They
just
were
like went
real
for weird
stretches.
ones.
Oh, that would make me mad.
No,
Yeah, and then one of them wasn't a moon pun. Yeah, it was a show that like the moon split into
Whoa.
thirds, and it was like at one
Yeah.
point it was going to come
yeah,
crashing down
that's
and
the
destroy
turn that
Earth.
got you too, Ryan. The one that just got David.
I think that's a fine premise, but
Yeah, it wasn't done well. It was like a CW show or something.
okay.
Pretty CW.
Yeah,
Oh, you're almost.
and it was very much like a stock CW show. Like,
Yes,
it
yes.
was like
Well
not one of the
done.
notable CW shows. It was like a
This
I was
is
gonna say,
not much
yeah,
better.
it
Oh, boy.
clearly didn't have legs.
no.
It was not a Veronica
But I
Mars.
watched it when I was a kid. It would just come on, and I would be like, I was like into it, but then like it disappeared, and
Got canceled.
Nope.
nobody ever talked about it
Fine.
again.
Ah!
How are you gonna get up there?
I'll just respawn.
Well, that's a good start, yeah.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, I hit
I'm
the
not on my
checkpoint.
best.
If at first you don't succeed, respawn again.
One time.
Thank you,
One
Wyclef.
time.
You're welcome.
I like
this-
to believe
time.
that this is a bus full of people trying to get to the mall.
Right? They just want to get to the mall.
Left to the mall. It's one of those.
Or this is taking them to like
buses.
long-term parking from the airport.
Yeah,
Oh man.
God.
it
The
is
economy
sometimes. It does
lots.
feel like this sometimes when you're on like the tram or whatever. You're like, where are we going?
Just gotta take you out to the farthest lot.
Okay, sounds good. Are we gonna die?
No, you'll be in your car in about 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Just have to stop at every other lot first.
Okay.
Guess so.
Oh, fine.
Oh,
Oh, well, you
couldn't
know what?
tell
We're
which-
not gonna make it.
direction I was facing.
Oh.
Sirens.
Yeah,
out.
this does kind of have like new airport vibes. This part of this race.
Welcome to
I
our
guess maybe not
Skyway.
this exact part. The part just before.
Skyway, it's
this
just a
part.
bunch of blocks.
It's things we had left over after we finished building the airport, and we put them in the sky and made a different road on them. Skyway.
Yeah,
It's difficult terrain, but so cool though, right?
Very cool. Very cool. You will have a good chance of dying.
Yeah.
Oh, you just gotta get you're there, buddy. Don't fuck this
Is this
up.
the end?
Don't fuck this up.
I feel like there's gonna be a twist. No?
I know, right?
No twist?
Yeah. Oh, it's like betting on the Generals.
They were due.
Wow.
Well, yeah, David
Well
was
done.
pretty far behind.
Ryan, I feel
The-
like you
Steph?
kind of crushed that. Like, I feel like you just,
Felt good about that one. Maybe it was stored in the memory banks.
Yeah.
DNF, David, no finish.
no.
Show's canceled.
Oh,
We had a good run.
Well,
Just
this-
before the anniversary.
Yeah, it was just
We
before the
almost
one.
made it to the anniversary.
Glad you appreciate that, Emma.
Yeah, that was what.
Ooh,
Ooh, what a
stuff
good
for us.
victory!
Oh, doing, 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 doing.
The way you move it, I can't believe it.
David, is that one of those water
I ain't
bottles that
never
tells
seen
you
an
how much of it
ass
you should have
like
drank by a
that.
certain time?
What?
Is that one of those water bottles that tells you how much you're supposed to drink by certain times of the day?
Yeah.
And if you don't drink it in time, it turns to poison.
No.
On one side it says you can do it, and then on the other side it's like you're a weak fuck. Like it has bad ones for if you
Yeah.
don't do it.
You're gonna look
See,
bloated
behind
with all this
schedule, not
water.
surprised.
I think those are so fun. It's like a goal. I mean I know that's what it is. It's like a
We disrupted hydration by gamifying it.
Yeah.
it's like a game. It feels like a carnival game.
Just drink
But like a
water.
really long carnival game that lasts all day.
How
I
fast
will
can you
admit-
drink a gallon of water?
I did
My
not.
No,
record's
that's how
13
you
minutes.
die. That's how you die.
Well, I
That
drank
lady,
one in
she drank a
13
bunch-
minutes and I didn't die.
That lady drank a bunch of water to win a Wii and then she died.
Oh yeah.
You drank a lot of water though. Like, do you
I don't
remember
know.
how
I
much it
thought it
was?
I don't know. I thought it was a gallon, but I
I
guess
drank a
that's
lot of
not
water
right.
to take a Wii.
That was the
Wii?
point. Was that you drink a bunch of water and if you don't pee, then you win the Wii.
Oh. No
Like
Wii to
you have to
Wii.
not wee to win the Wii. That was like the pun they were making. That's why she was drinking all the water.
Like a hands on a hard body situation.
That's just cruel. For the punnery. Cruel punnery.
Is this just a regular race now?
Yes. It's a
This is
stunt
some-
race.
the Mario Kart?
Oh, wait, what?
Shit.
Oh. Well, that's...
Get out of there! What are you
I'm
doing
like
in the woods?
overwhelmed by this terrain.
Yeah. What are you getting high out there? Get back on the track.
You high.
Get out on the track.
Do a
No, she
flip.
drank 2 gallons of water
Oh.
Oh,
in over 3 hours, and she didn't pee.
Oh.
That was the problem.
It was
Doesn't-
peeing.
Her
Doesn't
kidneys
add up.
exploded
He held it in.
like Grandpa Simpson.
Well, that was the challenge, was to drink a bunch of water and not pee.
And hold it. Yeah, it was called Don't Wee for Wee.
Jesus.
Yeah.
He likes Wii for Wii.
Hold your wee for a wee.
Not
She
wee.
likes wee for wee.
Are we still around? I guess the Switch replaced the Wii. Or are they simultaneous?
No,
No,
I
it was the
mean,
Wii and then the Wii U and then
Wii
the Switch.
now the Switch.
Mm.
I took place in a shit your pants for a Switch competition.
U. Shit for Switch.
Shit for Switch.
Switch your bones for a Switch.
Oh,
Oh.
swap for Switch.
Bone swap. Swap for a Switch.
Oh
Absolute
shit.
drop.
If you
But you have to-
successfully survive the bone swap procedure, you get a Switch.
Yeah, seems like that's new science. Chances of a failure are great.
Yeah. We have to ask Doc Chappa, but he's not here, so.
I know. To tell us the
our
likelihood of
doctor's not here.
Our medical advisor is not here, so we don't know what the survival rate of the surgery is at the moment, but.
Oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
is he not
Probably worth
is
a
he not
Switch, though.
playing in there?
No, he's not here this week. Someone told us
No.
that last week.
Vroom.
Did a flip.
Oh boy.
Little
Going with the Sanchez was a mistake. I thought there'd be more off-roading. Oh, what? Yeah.
What's the Sanchez?
It's a dirt bike,
Oh.
but it's not as fast as Ryan or John's cars.
My
Oh,
Tron
but
bike.
it's better on like the
Yeah, I thought it'd be more windy.
because it's better at turning. Yeah, it doesn't seem like Ryan is very good at turning.
It's a long
From what
motorbike.
I gathered.
He seems
How
to
about
have to
that?
come to like a complete stop to turn. But yeah, well, because that's because the Tron bike is not supposed to turn.
Well,
It's just
the
at
Tron bike-
45-degree angles.
Yeah,
Or
Tron
90.
bike could do 90 degree turns.
Oh, can it?
Not in this game.
I
Not in
guess I've
Tron.
only seen Tron in Family Guy
Mm.
and Neopets.
And
Miles
Neopets.
Days. That's the only place
Oh.
I've seen Tron either.
Family Guy and
Yeah.
Neopets?
Not Neopets. Oh!
Did you just push
No one's
David off
seen
the
it.
side?
Oh, I held the angle and then he, yeah, basically.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Short
Not a
answer,
good night
yeah.
for me.
Yeah, it's Fairy Cloud Racers in Neopets. It's just Tron. It's a game in Neopets and it's just Tron. But they're fairies riding the bikes instead of...
Aw, well that's far more exciting.
Yeah. And you get to pick the fairy you want to play as, and the cards are different colors based on which fairy it is.
That's wild.
That's wild.
That's
Yep.
wild, man.
That's wild.
It
Tell
was
me more
fun.
about that, man.
Oh, but the fairies. Tell me
Uh-oh.
about the fairies.
It was a hard game. It was not easy to win. It could be really frustrating sometimes. 'Cause you just like lose immediately.
Oh, just like Battletoads.
Ooh,
What's Battletoads?
Battletoads is rough.
Battletoads is an old school side-scrolling game that was almost impossible.
No, it was fine until that one level.
That one level, man.
You said like no, it's like up down up down. And just go, blah, 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 blah.
I'm not good at many things, but that tunnel level in Battletoads, I was really surprised to learn later in life that was so difficult for people. Something about it just clicked with me as a kid, and I was like, okay, and then just beat the level.
I remember you telling me that you did it like the second time or something. You tried it. You were just
Something
like,
like
doot,
that.
doot, doot, doot.
Wow.
Crazy.
Look at that.
Well,
That's
I'm
probably
not
marketable.
good at anything else.
That's probably marketable.
Yeah, put it on the resume.
Yeah.
Throw up the graphic.
Throw up the graphic. Matt Fear. Oh,
And the text of it is David's really good at that one level in Battletoads, and he didn't even realize how hard it was for other people until later in life.
mm-hmm.
That's the text with the
Doesn't-
graphic.
Yeah. Put that at the top. That's the most marketable skill.
There it is. Cappy Fear put up you, David. I love it.
Whoa,
Can I put David?
I think so.
Oh my
What?
gosh. David. You're
You put all of us.
You're
There's
an
there's
emoji.
David, there's Rachel, there's me.
Oh, right. The emojis.
There's
I can't use you, Ben. I'm not you're
What up,
locked.
Ben level access?
I don't have Ben. I don't have Ben level access. I can give Rachel.
Can you do
and
Ryan? I
Ryan.
like Ryan, yeah.
I can do Ryan. But yeah, I
do
can't do Matt or Ben.
Do I still have both?
I can do Celebrate K-pop.
Oh, I mean, as you should.
I can't do Matt for some reason. He's
Only
a tier
Matt can
3
do Matt.
subscription and I don't have enough.
Oh, I can do.
What
I can do
tier do you
these
have to
guys.
do to get Matt?
I think I have to be like a top tier subscriber to get Matt.
Oh,
Oh,
Rachel can't even do herself.
Rachel can't get herself,
no.
which is really we should be
Rachel.
able to get ourselves.
what happened to you, Rachel?
Not like this.
Can I search these emojis? No.
I moved.
It doesn't let me search. I just have
could.
to scroll through them.
I'd emote with God.
And I'd be doing it right if I could have a message to God. If I could have a message to God.
I'm
I
like
would.
scared to click any of these Twitch emotes
Dark
because I don't
Knight
know who
is
any of these
here.
people
Look at
are.
this guy. Look at the Dark Knight. There we go.
Oh, Lord.
I didn't know Batman was there. I didn't know
I feel like-
Batman was here.
Batman?
I
They
feel
got a
like
Batman?
Twitch has such
The Batman?
connotation to everything that I'm afraid to use any of these emojis. I
You
feel
got
like
face.
I'm gonna
You got
say
face.
things I don't mean, you know?
Well, I don't know. I mean, not. You're amongst friends.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a pixelated Bob Ross up there. I don't know what it means, but I like it.
Oh, there's a Joker. I'm gonna. Look
Oh,
at this
there.
Joker.
See, I'm just getting a bunch of faces of people I don't know.
You might know
Just a
them.
great view.
Like regular people.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. I don't know
Oh,
this
there we
person. Who are you?
I don't know.
Dump truck. Dump truck. Are you ready to do the dump truck?
Oh shit.
This guy looks like Ryan to me.
How do you feel? No,
Great.
no, John's just ahead.
Okay.
Three of us were all together. It was probably gonna be a fun race.
But you
What
had to
happened?
fuck it up.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
Oh, nice. You slowed down.
I don't have the torque to back up.
Oh no, you're stuck there.
Oh no, is this how it ends?
I should say obey. Are you in fucking They Live?
Maybe.
Okay for that.
Oh, shout out to They Live. Great movie.
That is a great
I
movie.
don't know what that is.
Does not surprise me.
Yeah.
Piper.
Okay, fair enough.
It is a B movie from the late 80s, starring Rowdy Piper, who is a wrestler at the time.
Okay.
And the setup to the movie is that aliens have infiltrated every facet of our culture and are using subliminal messages to subjugate us. And you can only see those messages / see the aliens with a special pair of sunglasses.
Aviators.
I don't even think it's cool enough to be aviators, to be honest.
No, they're just like your generic like swag sunglasses. I think.
Yeah.
No. No. Get out of the car.
No, Ryan, no.
Oh jeez.
Did you get it?
No, he did not.
Oh no.
And it's very famous, Lisa,
Oh,
for
fuck.
there's a line of dialogue where he says, I'm here to do two things, kick ass and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of bubble gum.
That's where that's
Last
from?
note.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That's where that's from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't
where
realize that
that's
was from that.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought that was Muppet.
Yeah.
Nope, that's from that.
No.
The other thing that it's famous for is having a fight scene that is so long that when you watch the film on TV, the fight happens and then it cuts to commercial and then the commercial comes back and they're still fighting.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my
Wow.
favorite like commercial cutbacks like ever.
Yeah.
Just, like, these men have been fighting for 6 minutes.
Yeah. Wow. I'm trying to think what.
It's
Never mind. I don't know. I had something I was gonna say, and then I lost it. And it's gone now. Forever.
Well, sweet.
a fun movie. They Live. It's definitely like one of those B movies that's better than it has any right to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Doing it right.
B movie
Everybody-
is like
Ryan isn't
it's, so
doing
it's
it
like
right.
a B movie means like it's like not great, but it's not bad.
Typically means it has a lower budget, but also, yeah, most B movies are not great.
Yeah, most B movies aren't great. They're like low budget films that are often made to like ape a certain genre that was popular at the time, right? So if there was like a big budget version of a crime film with cars or something, they might make a Death Race 2000, which is a Roger Corman
Oh
movie,
yeah.
right? Like
Mhm.
Roger Corman was a director who made a lot of B movies, and they typically weren't good, but every now and then you would get a great story or just a performance that was so sort of over the top that it elevated the film to, if not good, at least enjoyable.
Yeah. Cult
Okay.
classic, if you will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Roger Corman was a guy who made a lot of B movies. Jerry Seinfeld was a guy who made one B movie.
Get out of here. You drive yourself right off
That bee wanted to have sex with that woman. It
He
is
sure
a weird
did.
movie. That is a weird
It is a
movie.
weird movie. I one
What?
time was
Sex
at
with this
lunch with
woman.
coworkers at an internship I was at, and like I made a little game of our conversation where I just kept trying to like connect everything anyone said back to B movie, but like not force it. Like naturally try to get it there, like to where someone else said B movie. Like just like direct the conversation back to B movie in a subtle way.
Did you have success with that?
Oh, wait, Lisa,
Oh yeah.
did you not understand that the title was a pun? Like on B movies? Not knowing
Take a
what B-
second. I know it's a lot. It's a lot to digest.
I mean, I'm trying to think now if I guess maybe I knew that. Well, because there was a game we used to play B movie. It was a game, an improv game, a comedy sports improv game that we played.
Oh yeah.
And I'm forgetting what it was, but when I was in high
B
school,
movie
we played.
improv game?
Yeah. Maybe it was like a line game.
Was it
I
like
don't remember.
my movie or something?
It wasn't my movie. My movie was my movie. But it was something else. It was like I think it was a line game,
Oh,
but I don't remember what it was. But we used to play it. And so I knew of it from that, but like I guess I didn't really know what that meant. Like B movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like I've heard it before, but I don't have like a strong idea of the definition of it, you know?
Jet. We both flew over it.
I think they mean B movie because it's not like A grade talent, it's B grade talent.
Mm.
Right? It's not the biggest stars, it's not a big director, it's not like A list. It's
Yeah.
B.
It's
So it's a B movie. A lot of has-beens, like a lot of like, right? Like a good example is like it turns out like he had dementia, which was a shame. But like right before Bruce Willis stopped making those movies, he made like
no.
40 movies in like 3 years, and it was like stuff that he would go shoot for like a week on, right? And like those movies, they'd have a $10 million budget, and $8 million of that budget went to Bruce Willis, right?
Wow.
And then like for his 2 weeks of shooting, and then they'd film the rest of the film like around his character
Great.
a lot of the time. Yeah.
Sounds like a good way to write a story.
Well, he was just trying to like cash out before his.
Yeah, it turns out he was
Brain
just
fell
trying
apart,
to
right?
get a lot of money because he knew his brain was falling apart. Yeah, so I got no ill will towards Bruce Willis. Besides the fact that before that he was like a gross Republican weirdo.
Yeah.
But I still don't wish dementia on anybody.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, it's 10:31.
Oh my god.
When
Time
we talk
flies.
about dementia, we immediately end the show. That's the rule.
That's it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh man. Oh, Ryan, feels Sisyphean.
Quite literally.
Yeah.
Okay, that might not be the fastest.
Just Jurassic Snark is here.
Hey.
She
Hey.
said, "What up, criminals?" Rachel said, "Guys, great show." Does
Oh,
she
fuck
want it
yeah.
to be over? Except for the outro.
Ooh, people,
We're
yeah,
supposed
You
to be
did
done.
it.
stay for the outro.
Gotta love when they call for that outro. Like
Uh,
outro,
Uh-oh.
outro.
Oh, no,
Instead
Is
of
that
having
you
to
seen-
play.
no, no, oh, no, no.
They're playing us off.
no. Anybody see the movie Upgrade? Came out like 4 years ago. That's a great example of a good B movie. That was out in theaters. It's about a dude who got into a really bad car accident and his body got trashed. So then they put like a computer chip in his brain that
Oh, damn.
helps him walk again and stuff. But then it turns out that the car crash wasn't an accident, and can he use his new computer chip to get revenge?
Ooh.
That feels right.
It's really good for what
Yeah.
it is. It's a good script. And like that's the thing, right?
No,
Like that's what's
no,
gonna make those
ugh.
films, because the budget isn't big. So it's like, is the story and script good? And if it is, you know, then the book will be good, or the movie will be good, and then the book they make about the movie will be good.
Yeah, like Christmas with the Cranks.
Exactly. Oh, I love the Christmas with the Cranks book.
Work for the disaster
Again,
artist.
it's a John Grisham novel
Yeah.
I mean, that's
called
where
Moving Christmas that I read and I've seen the movie.
Did they come out with a version of the book after the movie came out that had like photos in the middle of it?
Yes, that's the version that I read. It had the cover was with Tim Allen.
Yet.
Oh my
Christmas with
god.
the Cranks, the book, the movie, the book.
Well, it was a book,
Right.
but then yeah, they did
The
that thing
book
where
of the
after the movie
movie of
came
the
out,
when they
they
did
like
the novelization.
they like yeah, they like updated the book to be like, hey, maybe you'll buy this if Tim Allen's on the cover.
And you know what? You did.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't buy it, but it was in my house.
It existed in my house.
My dad was a big John Grisham fan, so I think he just had all of the books.
That's one
Nice.
thing that Tim Allen fans love is books.
Yes, I equate those equally all the time.
I mean, who among us hasn't read the epic The Santa Claus?
Oh, you know, the book
Yeah.
actually goes more in depth about what happens to the old Santa Claus.
And let me tell
Doesn't
you,
he die?
it's not
Yeah.
good.
It's not good. He goes to a special realm
Not a
where, like,
realm.
ex-Santa Clauses go.
I don't know how much of this is a bit, but I'm terrified that it's not a bit.
Oh, it's all a bit, but,
Oh,
like...
okay, good. No, because that's terrifying to me.
And
This
laugh, you
idea
gotta
that you
write
get banished
Santa
to like
Claus
the
fan.
Santa
wanna
zone.
know- You want to know what happens to Santas when they die? See Naughty List the musical.
Oh no! Oh my God! No, MLAV. We need to make this movie because basically the thing is, it's a Santa Claus who doesn't want to retire. Like they've come to take him, and he's not. He's
No.
not ready to go. So he's got to
Tim
fight
Allen's
back.
coming,
Ooh.
and this Santa's not ready to get taken by Tim Allen.
Yeah.
It's too
This-
tough.
This Christmas, Santa's gonna slay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
I'm gonna Google that and see if it's already a tagline.
Santa's
I bet-
gonna slay.
I bet you it is from that Bill Goldberg movie.
Or for the Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Slay, slay. Silent Night.
just what
Oh,
just
boy.
came up is just the YouTube
Oh,
video of
my
"Oh
God.
Santa" Mariah Carey featuring Ariana Grande and Jennifer Hudson.
I
Like
think
we
we're
don't know what
okay.
you want.
Seen that.
Listen to this song.
Tim Allen is not present.
We should make a. We should recut. Actually, I think that has been done. The preview to the Santa Claus to make it a horror film. Because he's
And then
like,
there's
"What's
a whole bunch
happening?"
of, and now that there's also a whole bunch of T-shirts that say "I'm gonna slay this workout," and it's a ripped Santa with his shirt off with giant. What are those ones called that you hold over your back,
Barbells?
David?
But
David, which one do
Barbell?
you hold up like this?
No.
he's
What?
busy.
It's like
He's busy being bad at
it's
this game.
Like it's like you hold this and it's like a long stick and it's got two heavy things on the sides of it.
That's a
Yeah.
barbell.
That sounds like a barbell.
It's definitely a barbell.
A long stick.
With two heavy things on the side of it.
The heavy stick,
The sticking things.
the double lollipop.
Hey, I'm gonna go to the gym and pick up that sticking things.
Look, just Jurassic Snark. I'm just trying to play spoiler out here, okay? Trying to attack.
Should we give our
Yeah,
kinds of-
MLav, when you're not here, where can people find you?
Oh, when I'm not here, your family. I'm on 2MB sometimes. Guest starring in various programming. I perform in real life, Dirty Disney, at Laugh Boston in the Seaport. The next show is August 29th. I'm not in that one though. You should still go see it. I'll be seeing a Broadway play that night myself.
Yeah, you're going to see POTUS, right?
I'm going to see POTUS.
Yeah, I heard that's awesome.
I'm
I'm psyched.
excited. I've heard great things.
Yeah, me too. I want to hear what you think about it.
I will. I'll be back on the show to talk about it.
Yeah,
Or, I'll
good.
tell you in person.
Good.
Yeah, we'll do a Broadway hour. Great, I love that. Lisa, where can people find
Broadway.
you?
Here on this show, 9
Mhm.
p.m. on Mondays. 9 p.m. on Mondays.
9 PMs.
Yep. And then other than that, just want to bring up, I brought this up before, but there's a bill right now that would put a pause on prisons for 5 years in Massachusetts. And this week, it's going to be put on Governor Baker's desk. And what the language of the bill has determines whether or not a new women's prison is going to be built, a $50 million women's prison. And so if you want to call your state senators and state representatives and tell them that you want the House language of the bill, which would ban this prison versus the Senate language of the bill would not. So just call your state senators and representatives and say you want the House language of the bill and you don't want the women's prison.
There you
Yes,
go.
ma'am.
And you can, if you want to find out more, you can go to nonewwomensprison.org.
No.
Yeah, so it's the last push of the campaign.
NoNewWomen'sPrisons.org.
Yeah, prison singular, but I'll put it in the chat. But
Yes, so
But yeah,
Jurassic
it's-
Snark says if there's no women's prison, she can't go to jail for stealing the Andelman's Kia.
Oh, poor Andelmans.
Jail is not prison. So
Still go to
just
jail.
here the moratorium
Touche.
bans prisons and jails. So sorry to the Andelmans.
Great. That's good info. Thanks, Lisa. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Rye Guy, what about you?
yeah, hey, you can check out Steam Daddies on Thursdays at 9 Eastern. We're still going on Deadly Premonition, possibly the world's worst PC port. That game is a technical nightmare, and it keeps causing problems. Whether it's crashing because it can't load or interacting poorly with the streaming software.
This is a port from a
PS2?
console game to a PC
Yeah.
game.
So I think it was a PS2 game.
Usually
sound
that
right,
kind of
David?
port's pretty easy, right? It's usually
You'd
the other
think
way
so.
that stuff.
This game's a nightmare.
It's either PS2 or Xbox, but in all honesty, it's probably how it ran on that too.
Game's just a shitty game.
Yeah, it's
It's interesting.
It's if Tommy Wiseau directed Silent Hill.
Well,
If that doesn't get you to watch, nothing will.
Yeah, if you
'cause
want to
that
see me
sounds
struggle
amazing.
and David laugh at me with Connor, check it out. Thursdays-
David, how about you? Oh, sorry, Thursdays at 9, right?
Yes.
Just subscribe to the channel, stupid, and Union Comedy.
Yeah. Like David said, Union Comedy, 593 Somerville Avenue, unioncomedy.com. Check out all the info. Normally, Dave and I perform Saturday nights, but I'm getting married this weekend, so I'm not going to be there. So yeah, next time you see me on this show, I'll be a married man.
Wow.
Oh, well, we are.
Yeah,
take a good last look.
Take a last look,
UNB.
ladies. Or gentlemen, or anybody else. People of all orientations, go ahead and go ahead and objectify
at
me.
you.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Whoever
I don't
wants
care.
to have sex with me.
It's so exciting.
That'll be really fun. I'm looking forward to it. But normally, that'd be weird if I wasn't. Oh, it's gonna be
I'm looking forward to it.
Saturday.
What a waste of day.
But it'll be great. It'll be great. But otherwise, you can usually find us performing at Union Comedy. I think that's it. Lisa, why don't you give us one of your patented outros?
Here it comes.
Oh, you know it. You love it. I'm here. This is exciting. This weekend is going to be full of matrimony, except that mine's going to be not matrimony, but it's wedding related things are happening this weekend. Everybody's got weddings on the brain. Who else is thinking about a wedding? I know I am. Yeah, Cabby Fear says he can say my wife now. Also,
No.
we got so close. We got so close to ending on another Arrested Development quote when you said, "Take one last look."
You're not gonna see these anymore. Yeah.
And so, bringing it back to Arrested Development, which again has always made me feel disconnected to other people. But what are you gonna do? No, but it'll be good. Everybody, you want to have love, you know? And if you can't, you know, that's too bad. And if you can, that's great.
Here.
Mm-hmm.
And if you
Yes.
can't have it, then it's good that other people have it.
Yeah, inspiring. Inspiring is right.
And yeah, and it's like, look at that. You know,
Yes.
I get a lot of wedding stuff on my Instagram now.
You can tell.
Because you keep talking about it.
Yeah.
And Bachelorette stuff. Just Jurassic Stark says, "Wow, Lisa, inspiring." I'm gonna take that, not sarcastically. Yeah, I get a lot of wedding content on my Instagram, a lot of proposal videos, and
that makes sense.
and bachelorette parties that don't seem to be having a good time. Anyway,
I haven't even thought about looking at bachelor fail, proposal fail videos somewhere. That must be a thing.
oh yeah, proposal fail videos are a bummer.
Yeah.
And the bigger
Not
bummer
fun.
is that one of their loved ones posted it on the internet. And that's the biggest betrayal of all, because it's one thing to not want to marry someone, it's another thing for your uncle to be like, I bet people on Facebook would love this.
Right?
Do it for the clout.
Anyway, if you see
get those
anybody
views.
say no to a proposal, just make sure you get that video on TikTok and put a watermark on it. Someone's going to take it and use it as theirs. And you're not going to get credit for the misery that you created.
Yeah, it's all about who posts first.
Who posts first and who watermarks correctly. And if someone steals your content, litigate till they are penniless. Anyway, that's been our show.
All right.
Love is in the air.
Doing it right.
Bye.
Love you all.